Today I'm going to talk on activity duration key. Recently I've implemented a requirement on activity duration key, so I will discuss it in detail. Now, what is the activity duration key statistics? So you know that Oracle Field Service automatically calculate estimated duration for every task based on statistic, based on historical data, but they have given a number of configurations related to activity duration key. It totally depends upon business to business. Accordingly, we can set the keys, we can override it. Now let me tell you a scenario where we have given a number of properties and their durations. So SR type, if activity will have SR type 1 and device 1, then its duration should be 60. If activity has SR type SRT2 and device type is device 2, then its duration should be 45. We can have multiple properties, but here I have taken example of only two properties and their corresponding durations. So we have to override the duration based on these properties, this combination of property. Now how to configure this? So if we already have a property related to SR type, then we'll use it. If it is not there, then we need to create it. So we have already created a property XSR type and XS device type for device type in Oracle Field Service configuration property for activity. Now this is statistics. So here you can see activity duration key. By default, it has a key activity type, but we can add our own key because now we have to decide activity duration based on SR type and device type. So we'll add duration, a new duration key, XSR type and XA device type. So here we have to specify the length. So we'll specify 4 length for SR type and 7, or we can say 8 for device type, because device type is device 1, so it has around 8 characters, 7-8 characters. So now new key has been added. I'll make it activate and save. So here you can see this is active, but here you can see rating. So right now there is no record, no activity record created after this setting. So that's why it is showing new, but it will give a rating. And here we can add multiple keys, but only one key will be active, but it will give rating for all. So based on the rating, you can decide and you can change it. So let me explain you in detail. So you have a number of key combination in activity duration statistic. So each key combination will have different properties. So accordingly, they will estimate duration. The key 1 will estimate duration, key 2 will also estimate duration, and key 3 also will estimate duration. So suppose every key has estimated different duration, but the exact duration when technician is start a task and end a task it may be different. Like estimated duration by key 1 suppose is 60 minutes, key 2 is estimated duration is 80 minutes, and key 3 estimated duration is 90 minutes. But actual duration taken by technician is suppose 80 minutes. So the performance of key 2 is better. So Oracle Field Service will rate all the key according to their performance, their calculated estimated duration and exact duration. So here the key combination 1 is active, but it will give rating to others also, so that you can decide in future according to their performance that I will use this key as active or 2 or 1. So this is how the rating works in Oracle Field Service. They have documented here, calculate the quality of the key, and here you can see it is adding the quality of each key. they have a formula to calculate the quality of the key. This is activity type, and in activity type you can see calculate activity duration using statistic. If it is checked, if it is true, then only it will be calculated, its estimated duration will be calculated using statistic. If it is unchecked, then by default it will take that 48 duration. If you have created a new key and it don't have historical data, then it will use default duration for the time being, and later it will start using estimated duration using statistic. So this checkbox is required for activity duration using statistic. Now let me explain how statistic works and how it estimate the duration. Suppose I have a key SR type and device type. So we have a number of historical activity and its duration. So based on these key SR, T1 and device 1, Oracle Field Service has calculated estimated duration 30. So it will start populating estimated duration as 30 if SRT1 and device 1. Same way for SRT2 and device 2. Oracle Field Service has calculated estimated duration 18 based on historical data. So it will populate duration, estimated duration on new activities as 18 for this combination. So this is how duration key works in Oracle Field Service. But as per our requirement, we need hard code value. We need to override these durations. We don't want to use historical data, but we have been provided a table and all the combinations, and accordingly we have to populate the duration. So we have to maintain this table in Oracle Field Service. So what we will do, let me show you. So here you can see this is activity duration statistic API, and we need to create a key based on our statistic activity key. So I have taken 4 character for SR type and 7-8 character for device type. So accordingly we'll create a key and we can override the duration. So here I've given 49 and it will be suppose 51. Now these durations, key durations has been override. So now when we'll create a new activity with SR type SRT1 and device type is equal to device 1, it will automatically take duration, estimated duration as 49. Now we'll go to statistic and here we have to apply the changes. Once the change will be applied, it will be available. So we have to do it manually every time. So here you can see the activity duration key override has been successfully applied. Now I'll go to get. So here you can see it is showing all the key and corresponding durations. So here you can see the resource ID is null. It means it has been applied on the company level. Update a key using patch statistic API. So here we can also specify the resource ID, then it will be applied for that specific resource. So now I'm going to create an activity with SR type SRT1 and device is equal to device 1. So here you can see duration 49 is populated. It means it is working fine. Now I'll change SRT1 and device to device 2. So here you can see it is now duration is 51. So this combination is working. If we'll take something else, then it will populate the default value of this activity type because that combination is not in the statistic. So here you can see it's a 48 because this type of activity, equipment installation, has default duration 48 minutes. So this is how activity duration statistic works. We can override based on our requirement. Now we are in configuration statistics. So whenever we will add a new key or we are overriding a key, overriding the duration, a duration key, for a key, then we have to apply the statistic changes. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. So you have to do it manually. I think it works automatically in production, but it takes around 24 hours. If you want to remove all the override in one go, then you can select this option. Here they says that this operation will delete statistical data that may have been copied as part of environment refresh from another environment. So when we'll apply, it will remove everything. Thanks for watching the video.